Welcome back. If it is joining us, you're watching the news at 10 live on Channels Television. A reminder of our top stories. The People's Democratic Party accuses the federal government of using state apparatus to suppress free speech in order to ensure President Muhammadu Buhari's re-election. President Muhammadu Buhari receives Ogun State Governor Ibikunle Amosun and governorship candidates of the Allied People's Movement in Ogun State, Adekunle Akinlade, as he gets assurance of massive votes at the February polls. Editor-in-Chief of Daily Trust, Manir Dan Ali, confirms shutdown of premises allegedly by military personnel over reportage. And U.S. President Donald Trump refuses to back down on his demand for his Mexico border wall amid partial government shutdown. ChannelsTV.com has more information.
What they are doing right now does not bode well for Mr. President, because we already have too much opposition against the president. If we don't have a situation where we have a divided house, we don't have enough elected members of the National Assembly, Senate and Reps, they are putting the president in trouble. Trying to appeal to them. The issue of parallel structure should not arise.
The APC in Adamawa State has been divided over the outcome of the last primary elections. This development, if not resolved, could be a stumbling block to the success of the APC in the state. There is therefore a need for party members to close ranks so that victory can be achieved.
Daily Trust offices in Abuja and Maiduguri have been shut down after some soldiers invaded the newspaper's offices. According to the newspaper's editor-in-chief, Maniudan Ali, the action of the soldiers may not be unconnected to the newspaper's latest publication on the fight against insurgency in the northeast. He spoke with us via telephone.
Around 4 o'clock, I got a call from our Maiduguri office where I was informed that soldiers and some plainclothes security officials have surrounded our regional office there, and they forced their way in. And after spending about 20 minutes, they now went away with 2 of our reporters. That's the bureau chief, Mr. Usman Abubakar, and a reporter, Mr. Ibrahim Sawab. So, and then an hour or so thereafter, I also got another call because I happened to be outside Abuja driving back to Abuja. So I got another call which was saying that soldiers have come to our head office and that they've forced themselves into the premises, and then eventually they asked everyone to leave the premises, and then they've confiscated some computers from the editorial department where tomorrow's paper is being prepared, and obviously the aim is to prevent the Daily Trust from being on the street tomorrow. So that's the situation as I speak to you now. I'm actually close to the office. I've gone to the gates. I've seen the soldiers who are manning the gates, and they've shut down 5 floors. All the lights are off. So that's the situation as I speak to you now. Earlier, some government officials did reach out to me to say that there is a lot of unhappiness about our lead story of today, which is talking about a possible planned operation in the northeast to retake Baga and other towns and settlements that were said to have been lost to the insurgents in the last 2 weeks or so.
Channels Television has reached out to the Nigerian Army, which is yet to respond to our calls and messages. An oil facility belonging to local energy firm Corn Oil have been reportedly hit by a militant group in the southern parts of Bayelsa State. A group claims the attack is a warning strike to shut down production of the corn oil facility for not attending to the demands on job creation and an alleged high-handedness on one of their traditional rulers. The company is yet to confirm an attack on its facility. However, the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps confirmed they heard a blast on Friday around a corn oil pipeline in Koluama community of Bayelsa, but a patrol check has not revealed any leakage. In 2016, attacks on pipelines and other facilities in the Niger Delta reached a peak, cutting the country's crude production from as much as 2.2 million barrels per day to near 1 million barrels per day, the lowest level seen in Africa's top oil producer in at least 30 years. If Nigeria wants to attract much more investments in its economy, it must change the way it deals with investors. That's coming from the presidential candidate of the People's Trust Party, Mr. Gbenga Olawepo Hashim. He told Channels Television's Ladia Keredoluale on our political program Roadmap 2019 that if he is elected president, he will enforce a complete change of attitude in government agencies.
In Nigeria, you are on licensing for 5 years. In Nigeria, you are on environmental approval for the next 2 years. You know, things that should not take more than 3 months. So when you have to do paperwork for a longer time than even when you will implement the project, no investor wants to waste his time in such a country. And we need to remove those things. And within, by the grace of God, because I know those issues that you can deal with executive orders, with rolling out standard operating procedures for public servants on this matter should not last more than 2 weeks with proper monitoring, you know, and putting everybody online. So we want to see how many days this application spent on this table and what have you. And it's simple to do. You can fix that in 120 days and dismantle all these obstacles.
You can watch the full interview with Mr. Olawepo Hashim on Roadmap 2019. It airs tomorrow right here on Channels Television at 9 p.m. When the news at 10 returns, internally displaced persons from Bakassi local government area of Cross River State rising above their challenges as they take up farming as a means of livelihood. Please stay with us.